What's going on? Welcome back to 100% NUFC. I hope you're all well. Now, it's the AFC Bournemouth versus Newcastle United match preview this Saturday in the Premier League at the Vitality Stadium away from home. It's a 3 o'clock kickoff. It's a game I'm really looking forward to because we'll come off the back of a 3-2 win against Everton at home. We showed real fighting spirit coming from 2-0 down to score 3 goals in the second half, which gives me good confidence that we can go and get something against Bournemouth this Saturday. Bournemouth, on the other hand, our opponents, they beat Huddersfield by 2-0 away from home. So both teams come off the back of a victory, which leads to a good game on Saturday. Now, Bournemouth are a very good squad. They've got a good manager. We all know what Eddie Howe's done for Bournemouth since he's been there. You know, he's got them from League 2 all the way to the Premier League and a well-established Premier League club. We've had 3 meetings in the Premier League with Bournemouth away from home. The first meeting, we won by 1-0, and then last season we drew 2-2, a game which we should have won. We were 2-0 up, only to let it slip. Bournemouth could have won the game in the end. In terms of this season, we've also beaten them at St James's Park, so the record against Bournemouth at the minute is looking quite good. Now, it's going to be a tough game, no doubt. It's a long way to go down the motorway, and you don't want to go there and get beat. You know, we're full of confidence at the moment. You know, we've got 34 points. We're currently sitting 13th in the Premier League, only 3 points behind opponents Bournemouth on Saturday. They're currently sitting in 12th. But if we can go there and get 3 points, we can go level on points with Bournemouth, and we can also overtake them in the table because we've got a better goal difference than them. Now, it just goes to show the steady improvement of us in the last sort of 2 to 3 months, because in that period, Bournemouth, I'm sure, were 11 or 12 points clear of us, and we were nowhere to be seen. We were in the relegation picture. We still are, of course. We're still 6 points above the relegation zone. Bournemouth have sort of put themselves back in that picture as well because of what's happened and what's gone before. We've made steady improvements because we've bought a player called Almiron who's come in. He's dictated play. He's linked up well with Perez and Rondon, and when they're both scoring goals and Almiron's chipping in, the whole team's on a good high. Yes, we've lost Sean Longstaff, which is a little bit of a disappointment, but we've never let our heads drop, especially against Everton on Saturday. I generally thought at 2-0 down against Everton, it was the best thing that could have happened to us. Going 2-0 down, it would have given us a kick up the backside to go out there and try and make a statement, because I always said if we got the first goal and got one back, Everton would collapse, and they surely did, and they had no answer. We could have went on to win by 4 or 5 and nobody would have complained. Now, of course, Bournemouth isn't exactly the biggest stadium, it's not the biggest place. So Bournemouth are so used to tight pitches, we're used to the bigger pitch at St James's, so we're going to have to be aware of what we do on the ball. We're going to have to stay in possession, keep the ball, and frustrate Bournemouth. Let's not sit back like we did against West Ham and soak up the pressure and, you know, cave in, because that was the mistake that we made down at West Ham. We won 2 or 3 games, and then we got a little bit too overconfident, and West Ham picked it off, and we all know what West Ham did at St James's, of course, in the reverse fixture. We want to go down to Bournemouth knowing that we can go there and get something. We want to go there with a good attitude that we can go there and get 3 points. Now, going down to Bournemouth and getting a draw isn't the worst result in the world, because it's keeping that unbeaten run going. It's another point towards safety. And Bournemouth, like I say, have got some very good, exceptional players, such as Charlie Daniels, Lerma, Ryan Fraser, who scored last weekend against Huddersfield, the tricky winger. You've got Callum Wilson. Players like that who can make a difference on any given day. And, you know, they've got a good manager who supports them, who's behind the club, and the club are behind him. But we just need to go there and focus on ourselves and give out a good performance for the fans who are going to be travelling down there on Saturday. But like I say, it's a long way to go. We just need to go there and give a positive performance. And if we can do that and get something from the game, it's going to lead into goodness when we play Arsenal, Crystal Palace coming up soon. So I think it's important that we go there with the right mindset to not go and lose the game. And if we do fall behind, not to panic and just to stick with our own game and to sort of not let it get out the back of our heads. Just have the same attitude that we did against Everton and just not give up and go for it, and think if you can get a goal back, maybe to be, you know, level terms, you can go on and win the game. You just don't know in this Premier League. It's so unpredictable because anybody can beat anybody on any given day. Like I say, we've got a good record against Bournemouth and it stands us in good stead, and we can use that for confidence going into this game as well. So I just think what we need to do at the moment is just take the performance against Everton and put up the same display against Bournemouth, and we've got every chance. Yes, the home crowd will be behind them, but at the end of the day, it's not exactly the biggest stadium, so our fans will be in full voice. And I'm sure if we're blag out the home crowd and we're focused on ourselves, we can get something. Rafa Benitez, of course, will play the way he's always wanted to play, which is defensive, but I wouldn't change the team I played against Everton. Of course, stick with the team that got you the 3 points, and like I say, you never change a winning team. I'm sure Bournemouth will probably be unchanged as well, but that may change over the course of the next few days when Eddie Howe and Rafa Benitez do their own press conferences. I'm speaking before the press conferences, of course. But in terms of a score prediction, as much as I'd like to see we win the game, I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw. I think it's good that if we can go there and get something, we can use it to our own advantage, to our own confidence going into the next few games, because Bournemouth, like I say, is a long way to go, and you don't want to go to Bournemouth and get beat 1-0 and feel sorry for yourselves, and it won't look good for when we play Arsenal away and Crystal Palace at home. We just want to keep building steadily to get over that line and to stay safe in the Premier League. So that's the whole idea. Anyway, if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to subscribe if you're new. Hit the like button. Put your comments in down below. Let us know who you think will start on Saturday, and let us know your score prediction for the game on Saturday. So thank you so much for watching. I'll be back with a review, of course, soon. And until the next one, how are the lads?